Hi, and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder Kingmaker. Last episode we got Harem to join us. We visited an ancient tomb, and that's where Tatuja was. And he also had Jay Tall with him, but we chose Harem to join us as a party member, because we could. And then we followed him, and he ended up with a band of kobolds. And this band of kobolds, they called him Tartuk, and he was transformed into a kobold himself. And what's going on? Well, I don't really know, but we're going onwards. They were talking about a place called Old Sycamore, and we're going to see if we can get there. So, let's go. Old Sycamore is down there. So, we're trying to get down there. No, we just want to read about the place beforehand. A noble patriarch of the tree world, the old sycamore can be seen from miles around. No other sycamore in the area has grown as high, and the reason this is one particular reached its enormous size remains a mystery to the locals. Explore the vicinity of the old sycamore. Yeah, let's go.
Greetings.
Keston Garrus, the former captain of Jamandi Eldori's personal guards, nods to you as though you had seen each other in Restov only yesterday. He limps noticeably, and his clothes are stained with blood, and looks every bit as grim and focused as when you first met, but this time you also sense a hint of excitement in his eyes.
I have urgent news from Restov. The investigation that I have conducted at Lady Jamandi's orders has proved your innocence. Tartuccio was and still is the Pataxian spy. That dreadful night, it was him who had opened the gate and let the assassins in. It appears that he had planned to gain the barony and Eldori's support, only to later place these lands under the command of his true patron. King Uravetti is no stranger to intrigue, and likes to use others to do his dirty work. Anyway, Lady Jamandi sends her apologies. We almost had Tartuccio cornered when this damned mist fell. First we entirely lost our way, and then stumbled right into a bandit ambush. My people can barely stand, so I would be grateful if you would help us capture this Tartuccio. He must be somewhere nearby. Bring that scum to Oleg's trading post, dead or alive. The Sword Lords will remember this favor.
How did Tartuccio manage to fool you?
That sly bastard has caused us no little trouble, that's for sure. When he showed up in Restov and announced he was going to join the expedition, nobody suspected a thing. Yes, a gnome, yes, a sorcerer, but so what? Even after that terrible night, some of my people were willing to bet money on you being the spy. His overconfidence was his downfall. Tartuccio's henchmen, it seems, imagined they could safely meet with Pataxian spies in the town's seedy underbelly. But Restov is the ancestral home of the Eldori, and Lady Jamandi is respected not only by the aristocracy and the common folk, but also by those on the other side of the law. We received a message from the slums. A good friend, who wished to remain anonymous, suggested the Sword Lords take a closer look at a certain guest from Patax. Jamandi immediately sent for me and ordered me to capture the spy, all very quiet, of course. He told us everything, and not only about Tartuccio. I doubt that Iravetti was pleased to hear of his agent's failure.
What can Pataxian spies hope to find in the stolen lands?
Pataxian spies are much like magpies. They'll grab anything that catches their eye. Information, treasure, artifacts. This time King Iravetti had a chance to seize the entire stolen lands region, and at the Eldori's expense. I'll give you some advice for the future. Be wary of the Pataxian king. He's truly a snake of a man.
Garrus is the name of a noble house in Brevoy, is it not? You're a noble then?
Used to be. It's only a name now, nothing more. The House Garess are a noble family in Brevoy. They own several mines in the Galushkin Mountains. My father Evan is cousin to Lord Howland Garess, but he's my father no longer. In any case, I brought shame upon my name and was punished accordingly. The family disowned me. I fled to Restov and took up the life of a simple mercenary, until I received an assignment here in the Stolen Lands.
Care to tell me why you were exiled? You asked me a favor. I say you owe me an explanation.
Fair enough. For a Garess, the prosperity of the house and the honor of the name stands above all else, and I was betrothed to a widow from another noble house. This union was of great importance to the family. However, 3 months before the wedding, I met a commoner girl, gentle and pure, and we fell in love. I would have rather died than leave my Tanya. So so I decided to break off the engagement with my noble bride. I could never have expected what would follow. My father was furious. I'd set a pointless love affair above the interests of the house. He expelled me from the family and ordered to leave our lands under threat of death. And Tanya, her mother was seriously ill, and she stayed behind to care for her rather than follow me into exile. Thus I was on my own, disgraced, without a name, and without love. Don't imagine that I ask for pity. Everyone gets what they deserve.
I say you deserve a better fate, Kirsten. True love should not be punished.
What's done is done.
I would know more of House Garess than your homeland.
Well then, ask away.
Tell me of the lands you grew up in.
House Garess owns a number of valleys and gorges in the Galushkin Mountains. The landscape makes these places easily defensible, and they're rich in ores and everything else the depths of the earth have to offer. It is a place of rare beauty. When I moved to Restov, I couldn't get used to it for a long time. There was nothing but sky between the roofs. No mountain peaks anywhere in sight.
Tell me of House Garess.
It is an old and renowned family, one of the most influential in Brevor. A long time ago, the Garess house entered a pact with the dwarven clan of Golka. This proved to be of great benefit to both parties, and they've supplied the ore for our forges ever since. Lord Howland even took the son of the dwarven leader as his ward. Who would have known where this would lead? The same winter that Brevor lost the Rogarvia dynasty, Howland's only natural son, Bran, went missing in the mountains. Thus, Toval Golka, the Lord's dwarven ward, became heir to House Garess. The lad has it tough, though. Too many believe Howland should have chosen someone of his own blood to be the heir. I would imagine my own father had similar plans for me. We all know how that went.
Let's finish this conversation some other time.
As you wish.
I'll see you later. Farewell. And let's see what awaits us here. Cowardly traitors, sons of a pike, return the relic. Coward turn, Alec. Silly, silly kobold, go look your relic in your dungeon. Look under bed, under table. Haha, silly kobold have no bed and no table. Search your eggs, you lose relic and blame mites. Accuse queen. Lies, Chief Suit Scale, not silly. The kobold leader shakes his head, shakes his weapon at the insult. Lies, Chief Scale. The kobold crier diligently copies the words and gestures of the chief, swinging his weapon. It seems both groups are but a breath away from battle. Such hubris and such small and simple creatures. But are our own monarchs any better? So warlike, it's like a miniature version of the Talon Imperial Chronicle. Stop, what's going on here? The little mite jumped in place. Stranger, stranger, you see, yes, silly kobold attack might, insult us, our magnificent queen. Lies, might thief, steal relic from kobold, we'll revenge, help us, stranger. Kobold, tell me more about what happened. I, chief, I named Scale. Kobold and might live here alone, live peace, but now might chief steal our relic. He, chief, Alec, echoes the crier enthusiastically. How do you know the relic was stolen by the mites? Might tricksy, but Chief Scale is more tricksy. I call, new shaman come. Shaman Tatu show, know who stole relic. Tatu good. Tatu, what is this relic? Relic key. Kobold take relic. Enter sacred hall. Did you really attack the mites? Revenge. Might coward. Kobold come, might run. We come take them relic. Go, let them give back our relic. We give back there. And where is Shaman Tartuk now? Shaman of dungeon. Did not enter sacred hall. Might collapse our entrance. Kobold wrapped might. Tartuk is not a real kobold. He deceived you. Sutsuke not stupid. He no real kobold. The chief popped up his chest, rejecting the insult. It's clear to me now. Mites, I want to ask you a few questions. A small white mouthed comically. I Seneschal Waggy. Here are magnificent warrior Queen Bardar. He points at his large companion, adorned with the hide of a wolf. Queen defeats scary wolf battle, vanquish 100 enemies, charm 100 hearts. Queen Badar, allow you to speak to her. Mace it, we understand, he says generously. Legs tremble when he sees such beauty. My queen, why did you fight the kobolds? The Might Queen shakes her head sadly. We live here long, kobold and mites. We live peace, friends, trade. Together hunt good shaggy animal. Got it. Sweet. Long ago, Chief Kobold and our old king made good alliance. Through branch old sycamore we take. Charm and give each other. This be relic. Kobold have one, might have one. Not a long kobold come. Girl we thief. Take a relic. Silly kobold. Why do you need the relic? Two relic. The key. Give entrance to sacred hall. There, under old sycamore. One key for kobold, one key for my. Each can go hall, all fair. Why do the kobolds think the relic was stolen by the mites? Kobold chief, silly, ugly, old. Seneschal and other mites giggle at these words. He lose last mine. This new shaman not so ugly. Badak smacks her lips in approval, but angry. Tricksy, say wicked might. Catch him and make crowns from his scale. Pretty crown, purple. Do you know where this purple scale shaman is now? He prowled dungeon near our house. We see he wants, but not catch. Want find shaman, look underground. Very well, I have no more questions. You should make peace and search for the relic together. Stranger, good. Fight kobold with me. Win, come my chamber, we make feast. Fates with music, throw knife and fairy squirrel. Sweet. Never, the chief is an animal rage. Death to the traitors. We know retreat, shows who support stranger, our enemy is all. I would hear my companions advice. Why support either? Do you think they'll even listen to you? Let us battle these little ones, both groups, and be done with it. It's up to you, but remember that living among such creatures could be dangerous. The kobolds and mice are aggressively poor organized and unreliable. It's better to exile them or not interfere, lest we're entangled in their own bloody death. Well, we're going to side with the mites because Tartuk is siding with the... not Tartuk, Tartutio is siding with the kobolds. So we are siding with the mites. You interfere in the war you have no stake in. I hope to know what you're doing. Sweet stranger, go my chafe camper, talk, kobold be afraid. Insult, lush, wash out. So, now we're into a battle. Let's help those poor mites. Lindsay, no need to inspire courage, I think, just shoot. Now we got a turn. Go. Heron, go. Well, we're not getting anything done here the first turn because we're just too far away. Emiri, go. Lindsay, shoot. Oh, and you actually hit. Good job, Lindsay. Emiri, kill that kobold. Oh, that's Dareth. Well, a 3, and he just needed to roll a 4 on a 20-sided die. Oh, a critical hit. Good job, Heron. And Valerie, go attack the kobold blade veteran. And of course, you have to roll a 1. A critical hit that gives 1 damage. That's just nothing. And you could at least have hit Emiri. Lindsay, shoot this kobold sentry. 3 damage. About a quarter of his health is gone. Dareth killed his kobold sentry. Oh, and you actually did. You were able to hit. What a good job. Heron, go up there and attack this guy. 10 damage. Yeah, he has to be almost dead, and he is. And Valerie, you killed him. Great. So now let's see what kind of loot we get. There's some coins. And a pearl. And some more coins. And some coins here. Great. So we decided to stick with the mites, and we are going to help them regain that relic from the kobolds. Or was it the other way around? I'm not really sure, but that's where we're going to end this episode. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.